Are you ready for the 100th video on H3H3? Well, I actually don't know if it's the 100th or not. It just feels that way because these people are constantly getting into drama. Continuing off from the last few videos, Trisha Paytas was really upset by a text Ethan's mother sent to her fiance and Ethan's brother-in-law, Moses. Up until now, we never knew exactly what Ethan's mother said to Moses, but on the most recent episode of her podcast with her son Ethan, she revealed exactly what she said and why she said it. Here's a clip of them talking about it from that podcast.
Hila has been trying so hard to get pregnant. She finally gets pregnant. We were all thrilled. Yeah. And then we find out that maybe you guys are having a multiple birth.
Yes.
You know, and when you have twins, possibly triplets, you have to be really careful. I mean, I've lost a pregnancy. Trisha just kept on going on and on and on with some of the things that she was saying. I got so upset with all the stress.
By the way, and I didn't know she sent this. I'll be honest, I was a little horrified to know that you were texting
it wasn't
Moses.
It was one time. Everybody,
go ahead.
This is what I wrote.
Cover your ears. This is it. The worst thing you've ever heard.
This is the most horrible thing you've ever heard. Okay.
Well, it's
Moses.
Okay.
Moses. If your sister has a miscarriage because of this stress, I will hold you and Trisha responsible. Stop this nonsense. Enough. That's what I wrote.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the message didn't catch on fire. It was so horrid.
That's obviously a strongly worded message to send.
It was, and that's how I felt.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. She was causing you so much stress.
The truth is, we were all thinking it, and I wasn't going to write it. So when I saw you write it, I was like, she shouldn't have sent the text, but like,
sorry.
I was thinking the same thing, honestly. So that's the message. I don't know. You guys can judge for yourself. I get it, though. Like, I mean, as the grandma, as someone who you're like family with Moses, you felt you could speak frankly with him. On the other hand, I understand that it's kind of a shocking message to receive, you know, as well. So, you know, that's the message, though. I think Trisha's playing it up a little.
Yeah,
little.
I mean, come on.
People can decide for themselves if she overreacted a little bit.
I cursed her.
Cursing her.
You know.
Well, at the time, it was really intense. It was
really
like
intense.
She was making like 1 billion videos and TikToks, and Hila was in a really vulnerable point of pregnancy.
She had hormones rushing through her whole body, and we were scared.
Yeah. How's it feel to be in drama as like a 60-year-old woman?
I gotta say, I like it.
She likes the drama. You're Keemstar.
It's fun.
You're Keemstar if Keemstar was a mom.
I'm Keemstar?
Well, you love the drama.
Well, no, I mean, I just love the whole thing.
Dad, you watched the T too.
I love it.
I was going to say, don't insult your mother like that. First of all, comparing her to
You're right. I'm sorry.
Vile person.
I know. Don't compare me to him.
Well, because you're like, I love the T. That's like Keemstar's thing.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. Of course you're not Keemstar.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. You're in an internet beef that the T channels are talking about.
I don't think I mean, I think it was a knee-jerk reaction because you're my son.
Would you unsend the tweet if you could?
Yeah, I probably would. In retrospect, it was just a knee-jerk reaction. I was just like, "What?"
Well, you're not used to people even reading your
yeah.
You know, I had the same reaction. To be
fair.
Know. Anyway, here's what she said about you on TikTok.
She put blame and the weight of something so heavy on me that I have to wait this out now.
It's all
with
about
because
her.
Of her. She's a vile scum. I cannot.
She said she's vile scum.
I'm vile and I'm scum.
It's pretty awesome to hear someone talk about my mom that way in a way. I mean, I don't think any of us take it seriously, but just like the fact that my mom is being called vile scum by Trisha Paytas is something that I never expected to happen in my life. It's just
it's
unpredictable.
Funny.
Life is such a weird fucking journey, isn't it? It's like a fever dream.
He's like, well, I told her not to text that. It's disgusting. What?
No, okay, she's lying. I didn't say I told her not to text that. What I said, Trisha, is I didn't know she sent it.
Right.
Okay, so let's not act like I was party to that, okay?
I might not get along with you at the moment because of things that have happened, and I don't wish you any ill will. I would never curse you. I would never tell you who you should love, or I would never say, you know, to leave someone. This is your life, your choices, and, you know, relax.
Well, apparently Donna doesn't know Trisha that well because relaxing is not what she does, which is evident by the reaction she had on Twitter to this podcast. She tweets out, "Okay, this is not okay. I'm addressing everything this one last time. This goes beyond internet drama. This is bullying and harassment. Imagine blaming me for stressing your pregnant wife out, Ethan. You illegally uploaded pirated footage, which not only got you sued, but your wife's company sued. And you have your wife sit next to you while you harass and attack every creator out there. All this because I went on a podcast? Everyone's so mad I went on Keemstar's podcast after him calling Hila a horse, which I called him out and said was shitty and unnecessary. FaZe agreed. The same thing I did when Ethan called me all those horrible names. If Ethan can learn and grow, why can't Keemstar?" She then shows a clip of her podcast with Ethan from way back in the day.
The message
I
was
had
great.
no idea.
And that's why I myself do side by side all the time. The one of me looking like a corpse was my side by side. It was me in bed, like just from an awful angle, and then me from like Hawaii the week before. Because I love the message too. Because I'm always like, okay, I don't look like this all the time. You know what I mean?
With taking
So
it from a different day?
I think where you lose something about our channel is that Ethan is also like just trying to make it silly and not just. This isn't just a serious message to show at your class, you know.
Right.
It's also supposed to be a funny video, and he's just goofing and.
But you also want a Twinkie?
It's
That
a
doesn't make me
it's
a
a
troll.
Fat shaming.
It's a stupid joke.
Cute. Like you can say, hey, this is the reality, and be funny about it. Use yourself as an example, which you do. You always put the most unflattering pictures of yourself.
I think it's funny to say I mean, from that angle, she was really shoved into that bikini.
You know,
She was shoved into a yellow bikini, and she looked like a Twinkie. It's funny.
It's not funny. It's
It
fat
is
shaming.
funny.
That was my issue.
What's-
I think it's fine.
If she wants to be that
If I
hot
wanted
and
to
look
be
that good in a bikini, she needs to work
It
out
was
more.
a genuine.
Trisha continues by saying, "Only Ethan is allowed to apologize and move forward, but no one else is?" Keemstar admitted he had bad takes on mental health and sexual assault and rape this week. "I'm by no means his friend, but that's some growth. That's getting through to someone so ignorant." She then attaches this clip.
I think she's really hot.
Yeah.
And
Obviously you
definitely
do.
doesn't look like she definitely doesn't look like, you know, she's been passed around as much as a bowling ball, and she's gone through as much as a bowling ball too. Like, she's just always hitting pins and being washed back up, and then people shoving their fingers in her and then throw her down the lane always, and then she comes back and more fingers and throw her down the lane. She doesn't look like that. She's a
Trisha continues by saying, "Ethan trashed me multiple episodes after Frenemies ended. I have zero loyalty towards him, zero respect towards him. He can't admit any fault. I can't wait to see who they blame in regards to the Triller lawsuit. Sure, Ethan pirated and uploaded illegal footage to the internet which resulted in a lawsuit with him, but also Teddy Fresh. Surely Ethan can't be at fault. He never is. I cause stress, but Ethan engaging in constant drama and harassment 3 times a week on his channel, recently resulting in a strike, getting everyone involved in a lawsuit, he's innocent. Always. Always find someone else to blame. I haven't spoken one bad word about Hila through all this. Not just because she's pregnant, but also because I don't have an issue with her. My issue has always been with Ethan, but he has dragged and got everyone in his life involved because he is a coward. The whole video was coming explaining. I didn't record a private conversation. I recorded the last episode we did of Frenemies, which we both agreed to. Why? Because Ethan lies. I need to listen back to what was said for my own reality. I have trouble with delusions and need to hear it. People in Moses' past were heavily doxxed this week in the H3 subreddit, which they all monitor. They see this. They see this harassment crossing a line, and continue to punch down and put me in every title. I've surrendered, but the lies and harassment will not stop. It's beyond hate comments and snake emojis. Private people are getting harassed on the H3 subreddit, which has 500k users, and they do nothing to stop it but continue to provoke it. It's disgusting. I've gone against bigger cults before who tried to harass me into silence, and the truth always prevails. It's fine. Send all the snakes and clown emojis you want. It crosses the line when their subreddit is doxing people in our lives. It's crossing the line. They see this. Boogie2988 comments on all of this by saying, "Whether Trisha Paytas is right or wrong here, she shouldn't go down the same path I did by trying to battle an echo chamber on Reddit. You can't beat a sea of anonymous people who face no repercussions for their actions. You can't fight it head on. You gotta learn to dodge. I see absolutely where Trisha's not been great here, and I see why people are upset with her, etc. But learn from my mistakes, Trish. Let it go dark. Avoid as much of the damage as you can. Taking this head on only makes it worse." Trisha quote tweets him and says, "Ethan and Hila see the doxing. They have the power to stop it by stop talking about us. I surrendered last week and they continue to put out videos. The doxing happened Friday night on the Reddit. They removed it and still put me as the title of today's pod. It's insane." Ethan Klein responded to Trisha on Twitter by blocking her and saying, and suddenly, everything was quiet. As promised in an earlier tweet, later that day, Trisha Paytas ended up making a video on the situation titled, "I'm not staying silent on this. Re Ethan Klein H3 and Ethan's mom." Here is what she said.
Today they put up an episode where the mother proudly and still stood by her text message to me was that if someone miscarries, that she would blame me and Moses for putting stress on her. And Ethan said, I actually agree with that. By that logic, which miscarriages are the majority of the time an embryo defect, a genetic defect. By that same logic, how come Ethan isn't held to that same standard? Not only engaging, but harassing the person that's suing him. Not only is Ethan getting sued, but now the family's podcast is getting sued and his wife's company, Hila's company, Teddy Fresh, is getting sued. Having his pregnant wife sitting next to him while he's combating all these people, just attacking person after person, including the first one about me and Keemstar, which had nothing to do with him. I made a decision to disengage from drama, but these are gross lies and the harassment is nonstop, including people in Moses's private life, private records of Moses being brought up on the H3 subreddit. That is complete doxing. Ethan and Hila can no longer say that it's my fans too. No, it's this on the H3 Reddit, all of this doxing. Donna proudly admitting that she will still blame me and Moses. I don't want to say it. The fact that she even texted that is so gross, because not only is it personal, put that aside, but you're perpetuating that this is a common reason for miscarriages, and other people who miscarry will have that on them, that, oh, maybe I was too stressed, maybe it was this, when there are multiple reasons that it could happen. The fact that they're just so proudly boasting that they, not only do they say that, but Ethan also stands behind and also will also put that on us, is like the most vile and like disgusting thing you could ever put on somebody. Because even if it's something that just physically, abnormally, genetically happened, that's on me, and it is not okay. And they won't let up. Like the doxing happened last week. They saw it, they took it down, because Dan, anyone over there can take down those posts. They took it down, they saw it. They know this is happening, and they continue to send hate and harassment. And as long as someone keeps engaging in the drama, whether that's for views, for fun, whatever, if you're engaging in drama and you are consistently trying to bring someone down, when they've either already apologized, they've taken accountability, victims have accepted apology, like if you continue to do it, then you're just an asshole, you're harassment, you are bullying. And that is the only time that I feel like anyone should ever be deplatformed.
As usual, that was just a short portion of her 11-minute video. If you want to see the full thing, the link will be in the description below, as well as a link to the full podcast that Ethan and Donna did. Anyways, before we end this video, there's a couple more tweets I need to go over. This one is from Ethan, who says, "Rumor has it that Keemstar, aka Snitch Star, has been writing emails to YouTube all weekend trying to get us suspended again." AB responds by saying, "I thought it was Karen Star," to which Ethan responds, "That is an acceptable name as well." Keem responds to Ethan by saying, "Wasn't, but now I'm going to." Cap. Hot Tea quote tweets Keem and says, "This is not the dunk you think it is, Daniel." To which Keem responds, "To you, Ethan Stan, but my homies are laughing. One day you will have to acknowledge that your opinion is just an opinion and not fact." And that's about it for the Ethan Klein, Keemstar, Trisha Paytas drama so far. As of now, it seems like things are about to finally slow down, if not outright end, as Ethan has said multiple times he's no longer going to be talking about Trisha on his podcast, and he has finally blocked her. And Trisha hasn't said anything in about 12 hours, which for her is a pretty good sign that she isn't going to talk about this again for a while. But these guys could provoke each other again at any moment and start fighting with each other again, and if that happens, I will be here to update you guys on it. So if you don't want to miss that, be sure to subscribe with notifications on. I'd also like to thank my channel members for supporting the channel, in particular Scrubby, who's donated $100 a month. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in another video.